So today I was gonna do an episode, just a normal episode about recapping what happened at the X Games. Um, I'm I'm still planning on doing that. It'll be tomorrow or Wednesday now. With the news from Sunday, it didn't feel right to skip over all of that and just try and do an episode like normal um, about the X Games. Um, and so, I mean, that's coming. This has just been a weird. It's been a little bit over 24 hours now, um, and it still is surreal that what happened to Kobe Bryant. As everybody, I'm sure, at this point knows about the helicopter crash. Kobe and his daughter were both in the plane. I mean, it's hard to comprehend when something like that happens to someone who's bigger than life. I mean, every day, you know, people die every day. People's lives are tragically taken every day. And uh, the outpouring of support for Kobe and for his family, that's not supposed to. That shouldn't take away from the fact that this happens every day. But when people as influential, as inspirational to millions of people in the world pass, it's okay to mourn a little bit more and to make a little bit of a bigger deal on a huge scale. And so I just wanted to, I wanted to take some time. I didn't want to do this yesterday. I wanted to take a little bit of time to reflect on it, think a little bit more, and I wanted to wait a little bit, collect my thoughts. I wanted to make sure that when I did this, that I did it the best that I could, and with something like this, I already know. I wrote down a bunch of stuff, and those are just the beginning of the thoughts, and I probably won't even spend much time on any of that. I'm gonna fumble my words probably a bit, as I'm doing now. I'm gonna try and really be careful with what I say in this one. Celebrity deaths don't really affect me much. Not because the idea of death doesn't upset me. That's not what I'm saying. But when a musician passes or a movie star passes or something like that, there's not much of a connection that I have with a lot of celebrities. Even the ones that I really enjoy. They just, it's sad, and I get sad, but it doesn't really hit me deep. It's something that I can typically move on from pretty quick. And the first one that I think deeply affected me was Muhammad Ali, and that's a whole different topic for a different setting. But that one really stuck with me for a few days. It was really all I could think about. But other than that, I mean, I can't really think of a time where a celebrity death had hit me until yesterday. Like most of you, I grew up watching Kobe. I would put him on, I'd make teams on NBA Live and NBA Street and 2K, and I always put Kobe, Dirk, Shaq, Kobe, Reggie. He was on my short list. Kevin Garnett. He was on my short list of guys that I'd always put on my teams. I'd always play with. He was just a big part of my love for basketball growing, and my love specifically for the NBA growing. And so it was to watch his career end, especially when you knew he had a little bit left in the tank. That was sad to see an era come to an end. But the way that he went out was incredible. What really is upsetting about this tragedy that happened was, one, I mean, he used a helicopter more than anybody probably did. He would use, I mean, that's how he got around. That was his mode of transportation. But two, just seeing what he was doing since he retired, how he was investing in his family, how he was investing in women's sports, women's basketball, how he was coaching his daughter and her team, and really spending time with Oregon basketball and UConn basketball and all of these teams really pushing women's sports. And, it's hard to even think what, his daughter could have become. It's hard to think what he would have helped turn women's basketball into. And it's because, he just cared so much. And he took that Mamba mentality after he retired and pushed it out into every aspect of his life. And that's always what it was. That's always what Mamba mentality was. It was never being just a tough, gritty, do what you got to do basketball player. That was the result of the Mamba mentality, but the Mamba mentality was so much bigger than that. And that's what inspired so many people, was that if you work hard enough and if you believe in yourself enough, there's nothing that you can't do. Nothing is impossible to Kobe Bryant. And people don't have the work ethic like he does anymore, and if they do, it's probably in large part because of him or someone similar to him. That's just that was what was so inspiring about him, and how he was able to reach so many people. Is that he was always, even at the top when he's the best, he was willing to put in more work than the second best or the third best or the guys at the bottom. He was going to outwork you, no matter where you were, no matter how good you were, no matter how good he was, how old he was always going to outwork you. And maybe that's why he retired, because he felt that even if he had some in the tank to play the games, he couldn't work as hard as he did. I don't know. But I know that we saw that with everything that he did after retirement. And so just to see what was cut short. I firmly believe that Kobe was going to be greater in retirement than he was on the court. And he was pretty damn great on the court. One of the best. The other thing about Kobe too, and people brought up some of his trouble in the past. We see these BS apologies on social media. People screw up. No one's perfect. We see a lot of BS apologies now. Kobe never did that. Instead, he did what he had to do, and he really worked. He took that Mamba mentality from basketball, and he used it to make himself a better person. And I think that's something that everybody, no matter who you are, what you've done, where you've been, that's something that everyone can take from Kobe Bryant. Even if you hate basketball, even if you're a diehard Celtics fan that can't stand Kobe. He took the steps and made himself a better person when he messed up. And we all mess up. We all do. And so to see someone as prominent as him, who's lived their entire adult life in the spotlight, do something like that and make it right, and do that what I would argue is the right way, was truly, truly inspiring. Tragic deaths like this, and I think this is a big part of why it hits so hard and why it hits for so many people. Tragic deaths like this are always different than the more natural causes. Something that he did regularly, flying a helicopter, went wrong. And he and 8 or 9 other people lost their lives in what right now we see as a freak accident. I doubt there's foul play. I highly doubt it. I mean, it was just a freak accident. And things like that always hit hard because of, like I said earlier, the shock. It's okay to be at a loss of words and to be confused by these things, because there's no way to prepare for something like this. And when something like this happens, there's never any precedent for this happening. I mean, even if you look at the most similar cases, nothing sets the precedent for something like a tragedy like this. And it just really, you could see the emotion on the players that knew him, the coaches that knew him, the players that didn't know him even, the players that were truly just inspired by him and grew up watching him to turn into the players that they became. I mean, you could see just the raw emotion that everybody in the NBA community and in the LA community and in the sports world, everybody felt this one. It's just so sad to see such a promising 13-year-old lose her life with her father like this. I mean, it's just, anyway, it's tragic. And there's this post that's going around on Facebook that, if you have Facebook still, I'm sure a lot of you have seen it, talking about the fear that at that point, was he even thinking about himself, or was he thinking about his daughter? And I mean, I can't remember the post off the top of my head. I'm not going to try and quote it. I'm not going to try and remember what I think it said, because I'm going to end up saying something completely different. But go find it. Go find that post and read it, because it will. I don't have kids. I'm not close to that in life. But even I could feel that on a more personal level. And it just, there are so many things that just keep coming out that are adding layers and layers to just the pain that people are feeling from this tragedy. Even with the interview that he did with, I think it was with Big Cat from Barstool, where he talked about why he got the helicopter, because the traffic was too long and he missed a recital, one of his girls' recitals, and he had to figure out a way that he could still work as hard as he could, but not miss any of those moments. And that's how he started flying around in a helicopter. And then just to see that come full circle, it's just hard. The Hall of Fame yesterday, and not that we didn't already know that he was going to be the first ballot Hall of Famer, but he was eligible this year. They already said he's going in the Hall. He's the only one that's confirmed right now. There are several that will be in. But they said it's going to be one of the best, biggest inductments into the Hall of Fame. And I know that wouldn't be the most important thing to Kobe, the most important moment that he will miss now. But that's a big one that all of us would share with him, because it's such a public event, and to realize that he's never gonna get to see himself in the Hall of Fame. He's never gonna be able to give his speech. He's never gonna be able to see his statue, and that's just one of the many moments that he's not gonna get to share. It's just, I waited to do this because I wanted to try and come up with the words that I wanted to say. And even thinking about it, I thought I knew what I wanted to say, but I'm still at a loss for words, because it still just doesn't seem real. So I'm going to leave everything I said there, and just continuing to pray for his family, all the other families that lost loved ones on that flight, the people that knew him, the people he's impacted, just leaving it with prayers for them, because as tough as it is on all of the Kobe fans and all of the people that have been inspired and touched by him without ever knowing him, there's a whole world of people who had close personal connections that all have their Kobe stories, that are mourning and are in pain and feeling things that we're feeling, and feel that 100 times worse. So I'm just going to end on that note. Just keeping them in your thoughts, praying for them, however that looks for you. Rest in peace, Kobe. Thank you for all that you did, not just for the game of basketball, but for the people that you inspired, for the lives that you changed, for the lessons that you taught us, and demonstrating that no matter what your past is, you can become a better man, and that with hard work, anything is possible. So Kobe, thank you for that. And until that big Laker game in the sky,